Okay, so here we are on our 152, and let's see. Okay, this doesn't appear to be doing anything, and that's our throttle. Alright, so need to turn those off. Alright. So that's for park and brake. Prime engine. Alright, let's okay. Battery on. Let's prime the engine. And crock the throttle. Crock the throttle? I've been drinking today. Well, that'll help. Turning on the fuel. We'll just throw them all on. Pitot heat shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Two 9er 2. Okay, that's looking good. And we're just doing a quick flight here. Let's check what's going on. Unfortunately, I hate to tell them, but this does not look like Half Moon Bay. There is a famous restaurant on this airfield. You know, they've got some buildings in the right area, but right back there, that reddish building, that's actually a restaurant. That is part of what is the appeal of flying into Half Moon Bay. Plus, up on the hills, there's a big radar station. So, anyway, tain't not a thing. Alright, let us go. Airspeed's alive. And 60, we can rotate. Flaps up. And what we're going to do is fly along the coast here, around to the Golden Gate. Okay, now according to my flight plan, we're supposed to land on runway 19 left at San Francisco International. So, if we can fly underneath this bridge, that's exactly what we're going to do. And if we can, it'll be the first bridge in Microsoft 2020 that I've been able to do so. Every attempt to fly under a bridge up to this point has been a total and complete failure and is very aggravating. Because it's fun to fly underneath bridges. Can't do it in real life, but we should be able to do it in a top-notch flight simulator such as Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's no excuses for us not being able to. So, let us hope for the best. Come back on the throttle some as we lose altitude so that we don't overextend our engine. The scenery is absolutely beautiful. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I can see the boats on the other side of the bridge, so that's a good sign. See Alcatraz over there. But if you're in a helicopter, that's a great place to check out. Alright, so let's see. Can we get underneath landmark? We've got the clearance. Doesn't look good. It killed us. Alright. So we'll make a water landing. And this is where I want replay. Hear the stall. See, that's all wrong. Yeah, I crashed. But that's unexcusable. Unexcusable for a sim of this quality. Completely unacceptable. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and after that despicable ending in MS2020, let's go ahead and do the same flight in X-plane and see how it goes. Alright, so let's get inside the cockpit and get started from Half Moon Bay over to San Francisco International. And first of all, that right there is Half Moon Bay in X-plane, and it looks a lot more like the real one. You see this big dome over here? That is the radar, and I believe it's a weather station. And then so we'll get things started here and see if we can't get things going. So see when we get to the International. So let's go ahead and get things started. Masters on, and let's see, put the beacon, fuel pump, mixture to full rich, fuel to both, and see if we can get this old girl started. Alright, so engine has started. So put nav, taxi, landing light, we're in daytime. What the hell? Avionics fully on. Put that to GPS, go to our flight plans. And so it's activated. So we are about ready to go. I'm not going to worry about autopilot today or ATC or anything. Okay, so trim looks good, everything else looks good. So let's head out to the airfield. Track IR isn't really working well in X-Plane right now, and I don't know why. This is actually X-Plane 0.50 R as in Romeo 3, which I just downloaded this update. But we're going to see how things go. As we taxi out here to the airfield, to the runway. So we are on the runway and ready to go. Airspeed is alive. .65. Rotate nicely. Okay, so flaps coming up. We'll adjust our trim. And once again, follow the coastline. I may have to dodge a big ship, one of the container ships that's going, looks like it may be going underneath the bridge. I'm not sure. We'll see as we get closer. Okay, we're going to start losing some altitude, heading for the bridge. There is a big container ship, so I'll have to keep my eyes on him. Here we go. Hello, Golden Gate. And we go right underneath the old girl with no issues. By the container ship. Gain some altitude a little bit here and fly over Alcatraz. And we'll hit, there's Alcatraz. And a helipad right there. I have landed on helicopters right there in this simulator. X-Plane 11. So as you can see, we have no issues flying underneath bridges. City of San Francisco. And there we have the airport. So we're going to start slowing down. Right at about 4 miles. We got the runway almost dead in front of us. Yeah, I'm going to throw in the first degree of flaps. I know the flight plan called for 19 left, but this is a Cessna. I don't need that big old long runway. So we're going to come into 19 right. Mixture back to full rich. Second degree of flaps. We appear to be on glide path, okay. A little bit low. Not too bad though, looking pretty good on approach. And let's go with our final full flaps. Over the threshold. And we'll just let her float down. Not too bad. Okay, start cleaning it up. All right, and here we are. All right, so let's take a look at that landing. Again, something we cannot do in Microsoft 2020. All right, there we've got it. Both flights out of Microsoft 50/50. 50/50. Okay. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and my X-Plane 11 50 R3. And both of them light general aircraft. But you can see, as much as I enjoy flying in both of these wonderful flight simulators, Microsoft 2020 has a long way to go as far as some of the simple things. Being able to fly underneath a bridge. You know, come on. I've never been able to do that. No matter where I've flown in Microsoft 2020, you cannot fly underneath a bridge or a trestle or a vehicle overpass. None of it. It will crash your airplane every time. And that's wrong. That's just simply wrong, because that's one of the things that's great fun for flight simmers. It's just the way it is. If I were to take this airplane right now and land it, crash land it into the water in X-Plane 11, guess what? It doesn't go to a black screen. If I crash an airplane, it doesn't go to a black screen. It has fire and smoke. And yeah, it'll come up and ask me, you want to restart? Or do you want to continue? But that's just a little window in the upper right-hand corner. In Microsoft 2020, you crash an airplane or something goes wrong and you wreck, or you try to fly underneath a bridge, guess what happens? Black screen. You crashed your airplane. Do you want to restart? You know, but it takes the entire screen. Don't do that. Show me the aircraft. I'm the one that crashed it. You know, I'll take the credit for it. But don't just end me because I want to. In some cases, I may want to continue just so that I can do a replay. And that's the other thing. Replay, replay, replay. MS 2020 does not have a replay system. And as you can see from my replay here in X-Plane, they're one of the things we want, that we enjoy. And it also gives me a way of critiquing my landings. If I have a hard land, even this landing was 141 feet per second. For me, that's pretty high in a Cessna. You know, I'm usually below 100 for touchdown. So it means when I was coming in there for my final flare, I needed to add more power to slow that descent. See, those little critique things that I can actually see in the simulator. That's why they call it a simulator. Okay? So, I know I'm criticizing, but guess what? You need to know this, so you need to know what to fix to give us, if we're going to have these awesome simulators, give us the experience that we're looking for. And that's it. With that, this is Bug Eater 64. I hope you really enjoyed the flight. Hope I didn't ruffle too many feathers with the things I had to say about it. But it is what it is, and take it for what it's meant for. This criticism is meant to be constructive so that people can know what to look for, and maybe the people that made this wonderful product, both Microsoft 2020 and X-Plane 11, will get the idea. Keep working hard. Fix the problems. Give us the great products you promise so that we can have the best, most immersive flight simulator available. So until next time, as I said, Bug Eater 64 here, and as always, safe flying.